Hey, what's good, man? Just want to run it with you guys about mental and emotional health, just from a standpoint of being a man and not understanding myself for a long time. Um, it's been years of just frustration and turmoil, and for the longest time, I was at a crossroad trying to figure it out. I've alienated plenty of relationships, people close to me, because I just didn't understand myself. I was not operating within this universal law. And I realized the more that I understand myself, the better my life has become. I mean, truly understanding myself. Um, the traumas that I've experienced that I never told anyone, the things that I always swept under a rug, things that truly bothered me since I was a child, but never told anyone. That those things come back and bite you in the ass as an adult because you don't know how to communicate how you feel. I'm one of those people that would truly be like, well, I'll be all right. I'm good. I'll hit you with that in a minute. Oh, I'm good. Whole time I'm not. I'm not good. I'm hurting on the inside, but I'm like, F it. I'll get over it. That's how I dealt with things. But it wasn't until the pandemic where I couldn't go do shows. I couldn't go rip and run the streets, go do parties and things of that sort, to where I had to truly deal with myself. And dealing with myself, doing the research for myself, is where I started to unlock these different aspects of myself. The biggest thing that I want you guys to understand is forgiveness. Forgiveness is going to be the key, because when you forgive, you allow room, you allow space, you allow this energy to this negative energy to release from you, right? And you create a new space that you can fill in with some positive energy, some positive memories, some positive moments, right? So forgiving is vital. I didn't say you have to forget, but when you forgive, it's one of those things where you kind of like you, when you truly forgive, you release yourself from it. Like, this person doesn't bother you when they come around. This person or this thing doesn't make you feel any type of way no more, because you've dealt with it properly. You've dealt with it head on. So for a lot of us, we would have to learn how to forgive. How do you forgive? I suggest that you forgive yourself first for allowing these things to take place in your life. I'm not the incidents, but allowing yourself to suffer for things that sometimes are in your control, and a lot of things that happen are outside of your control. So a lot of us, our traumas come from our parents, right? So, and we start to dislike our parents because we have those moments where we're like, well, I wish my parents would have did this. I wish my mom would have did this. I wish my dad would have did that. I wish they would have taught me. But we don't really know the traumas that they dealt with. This is the reason why they deal with you, how they deal with you. So it's a generational thing. It's a generational thing. So it's going to be vital that you just handle things head on. Not give the excuses of what my mama and daddy should have done, or my mama should have been there, my daddy should have been there. Forget it. Just forget it and deal with your present state. What can I control? What can I allow myself to just get rid of? Because at this point, your parents stuck in their ways. There are some things that they just didn't know that they wish they did, but now they're going to be in a state of denial because they're not going to look to receive this type of information that I'm giving you. So all you can do is forgive them, but forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself and understand that it's not your fault. This stuff is based on knowledge. And a lot of times our parents didn't have the knowledge, didn't have the understanding. They were teaching and parenting us based on how they were parented. And a lot of times we grow up and say, I'll never do this to my child. When I get older, I'm never going to do this to my child. And we end up becoming our parents. Nah. You can nip that in the bud right now by just forgiving yourself, forgiving your parents, and then dealing with each thing bit by bit. Don't run from it no more. Don't run from it no more. Deal with it head on. And be honest with yourself. Learn to be honest with yourself. I have a journal that I started taking notes in. I started writing my feelings out because I have to get these things out. When I tell you, as a man, one of the biggest things that we deal with is understanding the emotional nature of ourselves. We don't understand the feminine principles of ourselves, which causes a lot of harm. This is what causes a lot of friction in relationships that we get with women, because they want us to understand them, but they want us to understand them from an emotional aspect. We deal with logic. If it don't make sense to us, like, fellas, man, what you talking about? Like, don't make sense. Like, what are you talking about? Because we're not operating in the same space. I'm looking at things from a logical standpoint. She's looking at things. She's feeling things from an emotional standpoint. So now we're conflicting because I don't understand emotions. I don't. Well, at least I didn't. But we owe it to ourselves to grow, be better. You should just want to be better. How do you become better? By just taking the initiative to say, I want better, I'll do better, and it's a must that you do your own research. The journey of the hero starts with you, because ain't nobody coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you but you. You must become your own salvation. You must become your own savior. Okay? This is very important, because each and every person is dealing with their own thing. So it's on you to save you. Nobody else's job. How do I do that? There's a specific thing that you must do. You must find and seek the kingdom of heaven. And that kingdom is within you. You can have heaven on earth, but you have to go within. You have to go within yourself and deal with the demons and the dragons. And you must slay those things. Stop running. Stop running. That's over with. Turn inwardly. Close these eyes. And these some big ass eyes. You hear me? These some big ass eyes. Close your eyes and start dealing with the things within you. Because it's the stuff that's inside that's affecting you the most. Because once you start dealing with the things on the inside, I promise